Indeed, Venus is conjunct Pluto for an entire month, and it's going to be imbued with this entire upcoming Venus retrograde coming up on December 19th. Here's a little bit about Venus conjunct Pluto. On December 11th, Venus technically arrives in her first conjunction with Pluto. The reason I say it that way is that we have been steeping in this conjunction for 2 weeks now. Venus has been creeping up to Pluto nice and slow, because what's going to happen on the 19th is Venus is going to station retrograde, holding this conjunction with Pluto. We're going to have a second official conjunction on Christmas. So we can look at these exact conjunctions according to our ephemeris, which if you don't have one of these, it is the best astrologer's tool you can have. But looking at the aspects alone and their exactitude is a little deceiving. And I've mentioned this periodically on this channel, but when I say that an aspect is happening on an exact day, it's happening on that exact day, but we can feel the effects of the aspect for a number of days leading up to it and a number of days after, depending on the planetary combination that's involved. So we're essentially going to be holding this Venus conjunct Pluto for an entire month, and it will flavor the entirety of Venus's upcoming retrograde. And we will be working with this theme through March 6th when Venus finally leaves Capricorn. You can check out my Venus in Capricorn video for a broader overview of what it means to have Venus in Capricorn, especially this year with the upcoming retrograde. But today I want to talk specifically about Venus's conjunction to Pluto. So this can be very intense. This can be a very intense aspect. And what it invites us to do is it invites us to look deeper in our relationships. And one thing I think about so much is how our relationships are just like a very revealing mirror for us. The more we connect with someone, the more vulnerable we can be with that person. There can be an incredible amount of trust that develops. And Venus Pluto, it's all about that. It's all about intimacy. It's all about trust. We think about Pluto and Pluto's relationship with Persephone. Oh, they were so committed. This ain't no Zeus frolicking all over Mount Olympus experience. This is commitment. And so Venus in Capricorn is also extremely committed to the future. And so building relationships that are going to last, building an empire with someone. So there is an extreme amount of emotional investment that goes into these particular relationships, which could be coming into fuller view at this time. This is a time to excavate, whether it's in a relationship that you are currently in, or it's a relationship that has ended and has left an imprint upon our psyche. This is a time of excavating and reviewing ourselves at a deeper level. Our relationships can be profound mirrors for us. I've been thinking a lot lately about what it's been like for me to become a mother. For those of you that are newer here, I have a 19-month-old, and she is the most beautiful thing to ever happen to me. And I find myself feeling like this is what I was born for, and this is the thing I came here to do, and I love this version of myself of being a mom. But I will tell you that it is also one of the ugliest mirrors I have ever looked into. Because when you love someone so much, they reflect to you both your greatness and also your pitfalls. So this can be an aspect that says you love this person so much, or you love yourself so damn much, that you're willing to do the work, to do the excavation, to look in the mirror, to look deeply in the mirror. Now, looking at another Plutonian myth, we have Inanna descending into the underworld, where at each gate of hell, each of the 7 gates of hell, she removes an article of clothing, and at the last one, her crown, leaving her stripped of everything to gaze, to face her sister, someone who knows her more than anyone. It's that rawness, it's that vulnerability, that willingness to strip things away in order to see things for exactly what they are. So that can be what this aspect really offers, is an excavation. into your current relationships. What do we need to look at? What do I need to be honest with myself? And look at my shadow, the raw, beautiful, complex disarray that is my shadow. What is it telling me? Is there something that I want to work on? When Venus is retrograde for 40 days, it's perfect time to form a new habit. What do I need to work on? So while we've been steeping in this energy for a while, this can be our first sip of that pomegranate tea that says, okay, it's time to start doing the work. Or this is the thing that I want to work on. This is the thing that I want to do better at. So this can be a profoundly revealing, but also potentially alchemical transit where we're so invested in a certain relationship or healing from a certain relationship that we're that much more committed to doing the work that we need to do in order to progress forward in the way that we desire. Because Pluto is about desire. What do we want? What do we want out of our relationships? What's our objective here? This can be a really powerful time. Also, we can expect financial themes. Today, as I'm preparing to record, cryptocurrency took like a 20% drop. We're expected to see huge financial themes with this Venus retrograde in Capricorn, especially conjunct Pluto. So here you go, people. It's the beginning of it. So we'll see what continues to develop on the financial front. And again, Venus retrograde, it's about redefining our values, what's important to us. So Pluto is going to help take us down to our depth to really check that out and to be really honest about ourselves. So this is a huge reset time for so many people. And I think that this retrograde is going to be so supportive. So be down to the deep dive. And that was your Venus conjunct Pluto astrology shot of the day. Thanks so much for tuning in with me today. For more astrology in your world, you can connect with me on all platforms at Astro Catherine. You can also study with me. I've got an upcoming course on secondary progressions, so head to my website and check it out.